it's Shell, and welcome back to Hammond Branch Library for another May story time with Baby and me at Hammond Branch. It is almost time for summer reading. I am so excited. I hope you guys have gotten on and gotten registered. If you're having trouble getting a slot, check another branch. I know sometimes you might love going to Ponchatoula, but if there's a spot at Hammond, it's not that far. If there's a spot at a meet, it's a little bit of a drive, but it's so worth it to come have fun and get out of the house a little bit. Enjoy some bubble time and some stories and some crafts and just enjoy the sunshine. So I hope that you guys are signing up, not just for Baby and me, but for other programming as well. Getting ready to see performers, getting ready to read all those books. Make sure you register on Beanstack so that you are ready to go. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and start with our song for the month of May, which is 5 Little Ducks. So get your hand up. 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 4 little ducks come waddling back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 3 little ducks come waddling back. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 2 little ducks come waddling back. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 1 little duck comes waddling back. 1 little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 no little ducks came waddling back. No little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. When Mama Duck says quack, 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 5 little ducks come waddling back because they know not to mess with their mama. That's right. So this month, do you remember our color? It's like a dog or an owl or a bear or a football or a snake. Chocolate chip cookies are this color. It's brown. And the sign for brown is a lot like blue, where blue we make the sign for the B and we flip it. For brown, we just go up and down. Brown, just like that. And then do you remember our shape? We're doing it because last week we made a kite craft, and that is this shape. It's a diamond. And for the shape diamond, you can do it like we do our other shapes where you just draw it. But the actual sign language for diamond is to point like you're pointing to a ring on your finger with your pinchy fingers like this. Diamond, and then up to the sky like it's glittering. Diamond. Just like that. Okay? So this week, our grab and go craft is a Humpty Dumpty repair kit. And it is at all 6 Tangi library branches. But we're going to find out what happens after. Before we dive into our story, though, I do want to go ahead and say the original rhyme so that you can remember it. So it's Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty back together again. Now, the funny thing about that is we all think of Humpty Dumpty as an egg. And our story today is about Humpty Dumpty, who's an egg. But does it say anywhere in there that Humpty Dumpty is an egg? It doesn't. Humpty Dumpty could have just been a man that was sitting up on a wall. Humpty Dumpty could have even been a girl who was sitting up on a wall. But we don't know. And so the rhyme has been associated with eggs that crack and break. And why would an egg sit up on a wall? So let's see. Today we are going to read After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again by Dan Santat. And it is a Caldecott Medal winner. And we are reading it with permission of Roaring Brook Press. Okay, so thank you so much, Roaring Brook. My name is Humpty Dumpty, and this was my favorite spot, high up on a wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for it. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's horses and all the king's men did manage to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Eventually, I settled for watching the birds from the ground, but it wasn't the same. It was better than nothing. Then, one day, an idea flew by. What does he see? Can you see that? Paper airplane? I just got our kite. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. Have you ever seen a paper airplane that looks so much like a bird? Mine don't look like that, and they don't fly very well either. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. What do you think happened? They always do. Uh-oh. His bird plane is flying over the wall. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed, and I decided I was gonna climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up, I didn't look down, I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Look at him up on top of that big, big wall. He looks so little. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. And learned how to fly. So that's kind of neat. And it is something when you're learning to ride a bike, or you're learning to hop or skip or jump, or when you're learning to climb something or do something big that you've never done before, you're gonna fall down a lot, and that's okay. You just have to get back up and be brave again. If you have a scraped knee or a scraped elbow and your grown-up has to put some Band-Aids on it, that's all right. Get up, try again the next day, because eventually you're gonna get it. Don't forget to pick up your craft at all 6 of the Tangi Library branches and help put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Let's get our turtle ready. And your shell? My mommy had a turtle, she named him Tiny Tim. She put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water, he ate up all the soap, and now he's home, sick in bed with a bubble in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop! That's it, and that's all. I can't wait to see you in 2 more weeks for summer reading. I love you. Bye. Mwah.